The following video will teach the reel to bed knife adjustments necessary to keep your PM3084 reels cutting at optimum performance. There is a specific step-by-step procedure to complete this process. Feel free to re-watch this video before you attempt these procedures every time. These adjustments are not performed daily, and it is easy to forget these steps, making this procedure much more difficult. To begin, we will remove the reel mowing heads from the PM3084. To start, lower the reels to the floor. The next step is to disconnect the motor from the mowing head. This will take a 9/16" wrench that will loosen the two nuts on the motor flange mount. The guard may be removed at any time during this procedure. The motor is removed by pulling straight out away from the mowing head. Your reels may be adjusted while on the machine in the field as well. However, this task is much easier completed with the reel mowing heads removed and working on a bench. Next, loosen the support using a 3/4 inch and remove it from the carrier frame. The final step to removing the mowing head is the linchpin located on the center of the carrier frame. Remove this and the reel will slide free toward the front. To begin, use the paper to check the cutting performance along the reel. In our case, the blade is not cutting throughout the entire reel. We will now adjust the reel to bed knife contact until we get a clean cut on each end and the center of the reel. Your first adjustment is always on the side of the leading edge. The leading edge is the side of the reel that makes first contact with the bed knife along the blade. This should be adjusted until the blade just touches the bed knife. Here it is too tight and must be backed off a bit. This adjustment may be made several times before achieving our goal of a nice even cut across the entire reel. Once adjustments are complete, the reel will cut cleanly with a light wisping sound similar to a pair of scissors. If the reel is adjusted too tightly, you must repeat these steps to achieve the light drag. Now let's begin setting the desired mowing height. The tools required for setting the height of the cut are the height of the cut tool, or HOC, strips of paper for measuring our adjustments, a 3/4 inch, 3/8 inch, 5/16, and 1/2 inch wrenches. Also, a small ruler will be used to determine cutting height. For the PM3084, we will use the two holes that are closest to each other. Using the two outer holes are necessary for our TRM series. The bolt on the longest end of the height of the cutting tool is what determines the height of the cut. Now take a measurement from the flat bar to the bottom side of the bolt to determine your cutting height. Now we will adjust the bolt to create a 1 3/8 inch measurement from the base of the flat bar to the bottom of the bolt. The height is adjusted by loosening the wing nut and adjusting the bolt accordingly. Simply set it up using your measuring tool. Here it is now set to 1 3/8 inch. Now we will adjust our rake angle. The second bolt is moved up or down, which adjusts the pitch, or often called the rake angle, of the bed knife. This is adjusted to make an even level cut, optimizing reel to grass blade interaction. Typically, in new condition, this adjustment to the rake angle bolt will be 3/8 inch less than your cutting height. In this case, it will be 1 inch. This, however, will change depending on the bed knife wear. As you can see here, it is much easier to work on the reel on a bench or platform. By having both ends off the table, the adjustments are made easier, much quicker, and much more accurate. Notice this is how the tool is set up in place. Notice the rake angle bolt, or bottom bolt, is set on the flat part of the bed knife. Always be sure the rake angle bolt is flush on the bed knife and not on a bed knife mounting screw. Notice the relationship and how there is space for roller adjustment on both top and bottom when it's held like this. This bolt relationship sets up the cutting height and the rake angle. We will begin by adjusting the front roller. We will work both ends until the front roller is snug against our alignment tool on both ends. The relationship of the front roller, the tool, and the adjustment bolts will keep this tension up. Move your adjustment from side to side about 2 inches from the end of the roller. Once your front roller is adjusted, continue with the rear roller with the same procedure. Once this is done, your height adjustment is complete and you are now ready to begin mowing.